Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to go shark fishing. Got a few things here. I'm just going to show you how to catch them in the Gold Coast canals. Now, you don't need the biggest, heaviest shark fishing gear that you've seen to do this. Basically, all you need, and this is just purely my experience. I'm sure there are people out there who have had different experiences, and please feel free to share that in the comments as well. I'm just purely going to show you how I have success in catching Gold Coast Canal bull sharks, and that can be in the Coomera River, the Nerang River, and also the Logan River as well. Most of the sharks in our canal systems are around that 1 to 2 meters, most falling around 1.5 meters. So for that size of shark, we use a 10-0 circle hook. Now these are a heavier gauge. I actually usually like to fish a lighter gauge 10-0. I'll just show you that there. That's the heavy gauge 10-0, and what we've got here, mustard demon circle heavy. So that's your 10-0 hook. Now basically what we're going to do, we've got 132 pound wire, multi-strand wire trace. Now this is nylon sleeved. You want something that's nylon sleeved, so the shark's not sensing that that wire without any insulation, so to speak, around it. So we've got 132 pound wire here, and for this particular wire I've got 1.2 millimeter crimps. Now, quite simply, and my swivel, which is in there as well. So I've got a 100 pound swivel as well. So I'm just going to show you how to crimp this on, and this is very basic stuff. This is not complicated. So I'm going to get one of our crimps, and we're going to find an end, and I'm just going to do the swivel end first. So basically, just pass your wire through the crimp. Alright, and then through the swivel. This is very basic. You can do some figure eights and all kinds of fancy loops here. All I'm going to do is just pass it straight back through. Alright, just work that crimp down a little bit there. Okay. Now I want that swivel to be free moving. So alright, now I like to use, look, as I said, basic. I haven't even got any wire crimps, so I use a pair of vice grips that are turned all the way in, and we knock that in. There. Then I even go one sideways as well. I've never had one of these crimps fail, and that's catching many a sharks in the canal systems, and also offshore fishing as well. Just trim that tab a little bit if you want. That's fine there. I've just got some snips there, some side cutters, wire cutters. Alright, that's the swivel end. Real simple, 100 pound swivel, 132 pound multi-strand stainless wire, nylon sleeved, with a 1.2 millimeter aluminium crimp. Alright, so now we're going to do the other end, and of course that's the hook end. We'll grab one of our 10-0s. Alright, nice and sharp. Alright, so we use circle hooks. Okay, so it really does improve your hook up rate. A lot of the times I kind of set a bait and then walk away from it, and they'll literally hook themselves in the corner of the jaw. That's why we use the circle hooks. Alright, you can use J hooks or whatever, something around that 10-0 size, but I like to use these. Alright, again, quite simply, we'll get our 1.2 millimeter crimp, and pass the wire through there. We'll get the hook, pass that through there again, and then we're just going to come back and crimp that off. Nice and easy, nothing fancy. Again, we want that hook to be really free swinging, so it can turn all the way around. If you tighten it up too much, it's not as good. I just think you get a much better hook up rate, and you're far less likely to pull the hook out of the fish's jaw if it's not pinned right. if you've got a big range of movement there. So okay, let's crimp that off. Go once that way. Come back here. And then once that way. Alright, so there you have it. 10-0 circle hook. Approximately 1.5 meters of wire trace to your swivel, and that of course is just going to be tied onto your main line. Which, yeah, and you don't need big gear for these small pup sharks. We've got a Penn spin fisher, relatively cheap rod with the Penn 650 sized spin fisher there, and I've got 50-pound braid, or what's left of it. I think I've lost a bit of braid off this spool, but there's still plenty in there for this exercise. Now, if you look at the size of that hook for the Canal sharks, and then so that's a 10-0, and then have a look at the size of a 20-0. So that's a 20-0 there, and the 20-0 you're really going to be using for fishing for sharks off the beach, or up around Harvey Bay, Platypus Bay, all that kind of stuff, where the sharks range from really 2 meters is your smallest to, well, 3.5, 4 meters. That's what you're going to be fishing those for. So, and that's got 650-pound wire on it, I believe. So, just overkill, absolute overkill for the sharks in here. That hook is going to be probably twice as big as the bait that we're even going to be using. So, we'll put that aside. But I had that out just to show you anyway. Okay, all right. So I'll catch you guys in a second. I want to show you what bait we use. And also how we cut it up from frozen. So just stay tuned. Alright, so what bait are we going to use? Well, we're going to be using freshwater eel. So you get these from the bait shop at Arundel. Yeah, they are a freshwater eel. You can catch them yourself, but this was $13.20 for this particular eel here, and you're only using basically 2-inch sections. So this one eel here that was $13, you're probably going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to get 5 or 6 baits out of that. 5 or 6 opportunities of 5 or 6 fish. So it's pretty good value. I've tried stingray flaps. I've tried mullet. I've tried tuna. I've tried all of the baits you could possibly think of. I've tried chicken. All the baits you could think of to catch a shark, and pretty much all of them get attacked by crabs. And as soon as the crabs come in, I just find, yeah, look, success rate very, very low. But with this, your crabs don't touch it, which is a great start. And success very, very high. Just my own experience. I know some guys out there are probably using tuna and having good luck, or whatever else. But for me, it's freshwater eel every single time without fail. And if I haven't got it, I'm not going to shark fish. It's as simple as that. So yeah, all good. Okay, this is frozen. You buy it frozen, obviously, and I like to keep it frozen. I don't like to defrost it and cut it up. It's very oily and bloody and all that kind of stuff. So you might be thinking to yourself, well, how are you going to cut up a frozen eel? Let me show you. So this is how we cut up a frozen eel. All right, we've got a circular saw, we've got our frozen eel, and we've got face protection, because when you're cutting through this, it goes everywhere, and you do not want this on your face, in your mouth, anything like that. Trust me, I've done it. This is why I wear one of these. All right, so we've cut up the eel, and before I show you bait presentation, I thought we'd just quickly cover tides, and by far it's definitely high tide, around high tide. Well, at least 1 to 2 hours either side of the high, but I find all the bites are definitely around high tide. So where in these rivers? Basically anywhere in the rivers. They're everywhere. I mean, I've tried around sand, I've tried around rocks, and they are literally everywhere. So don't be too concerned about that. And yeah, definitely around those dawn and dusk times, but when they coincide with tides too. So you know, and we're just about to have a go out here now, and we've got I think it's a 6:20 p.m. high tide, and it's almost 5 o'clock now. So hang around, and hopefully we can get this episode done in a day, from start to finish, or actually in a couple of hours from start to finish. All right, sinker. So sinker, I like to use a sinker that's not going to roll around the bottom. And this is just like a clamshell type of sinker there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so, and that's just literally depending. It's going to differ depending on your current, your depth, the size of your baits, all that kind of stuff, of course. But for what I'm doing here, that's certainly just going to hold it in place. That's all I wanted to do. Okay. So we've got our piece of eel. It's approximately 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Of a smaller eel, and we want the hook to be proud of the bait. I can't stress that highly enough. Don't bury your hook, guys, because you're not going to get a hook up. So here we go. All right, got the hook, and this is so easy. Literally on the outer side of the eel, not the inner, on the outer again, so it's nice and proud. Just pin it, just in, and then straight back out. Alright, that is it. Alright, can you see that? Tricky stuff everywhere. Alright, the hook is proud, okay? That is exactly what you want to do. Now, the eel is a very tough bait, so your hook's not going to fall out, put it that way. But for maximum efficiency, that's exactly what you want. Alright, hang with us, and it won't be too long. We'll get this out in the water. Yeah, hopefully we can bring you a shark.
He's about a meter, yeah.
Alright, hello. There he is, Gold Coast bull shark. Hello. Alright. Alright, I'll let him go now.
Go on.
Alright, see you, buddy. Hey guys, I apologise I wasn't a little bit more animated last night when we caught that fish. I had gone to sleep. It was about 8:30, 9 o'clock last night when that fish was on and we caught it. But it was important for me to kind of set the plan in action, show you the rigs, the bait, you know, how to pin the bait, and then, you know, set the rod in the water, and then catch a fish all within a few hours. So we'll catch a shark all within a few hours. So we did achieve that. I really hope that you can do that too. And I just hope that you've been able to get some value from this video and catch your own. If it's something that you wanted to do and wasn't quite sure how, or you've tried, and hopefully you can get a few little tips out of that. And if you have, please share the love, please subscribe, or at least give this video a thumbs up, give it a like for me. It really means a lot. and all the best with your fishing adventures, and we'll see you again next time.